First, giving honor to God. Second, giving honor to those who came before me. I like to give honor to Crazy Horse, Sitting Bull, and Geronimo. Next, I would like to give honor to Chief Powhatan. We thank the Great Spirit for raising up a speaker in a time like this. I greet you today in the Cherokee language, Wende Yahoo, which means that I am of the Great Spirit, and the people shall say Leyaho. Our scripture comes from Psalms 83, verse 4. And it goes as, they shall make shrewd plans against you, my people, and conspire together against your treasured ones. They have said, let us come and wipe them out from being a nation, that the name of Israel be remembered no more. For they have conspired against you with the one mind, and against you they make a covenant to destroy you. So, in this time period, we have been cut off from being a nation. We have been taught many things, many lies, and many truths. But one thing people do when they cut you off from being a nation is distort your image. The American government has distorted the image of the Native American man for over 300 years, but I have come to serve notice on Satan that we are awoke and the truth will be spoken. We will be free. In 1924, they conspired and burnt the records and the rolls of the Native Americans so that they could reclassify them and put them as black and be able to take their lands and make them subject to corrupt courtrooms and corrupt judges and malicious prosecution and violent police. The native male has become the most exploited person on the planet. Every nation in the world has benefited off his back. Every nation in the world has become rich off his back. And every nation in the world wants to be him and hate him at the same time. Everybody wants to wear the clothes. Everybody wants to come to festival. Everybody wants to dance, but nobody wants to follow the ancient culture of the native people. Nobody wants to show you the real image of the native people. And that is the time period we living in. So God observed them and he sent a people to them and spoke to them and said, they are trying to cut you off from being a nation. And as we know, before God lets anything happen to people, he sends one of them among them. He might not look exactly like what you think they look like. It might not fit in exactly how you think they should fit in. But a shepherd cannot look like his flock. You must be able to distinguish the shepherd. The shepherd mind must be sharp and be able to see things that the normal naked eye cannot see. But I see that they have tried and come to cut us off as a nation. Most people say, don't worry about it, brother. Who really cares? What is the point? What is your message? The message is, did you hear the end part? Because after they finish destroying you as a nation, they want to destroy you completely. And we all know that the universal law, and the first thing of universal law is self-preservation. See, you want to preserve the clothes. You want to preserve the headbands. You want to preserve that, but you have not preserved the culture. Culture appropriation is a dangerous thing when a people are under war. Culture appropriation is a dangerous thing when people are being cut off. Cultural appropriation is a dangerous thing when the person who's being culturally appropriated is in exile in their own land. The dark native and native spirit has been the worst treated person in this country. Our people went through so much that we were even scared to say we were Indian. They will cut your tongue out. That's right, I ain't lying. And sometimes they would even kill you because they wanted to cut you off from being a nation. So we deal with the feather. The feather represents freedom. The bird is the only other animal besides the human being that can stand and walk on two legs. And he can open his wings and fly, and he represents freedom. See, we got the feather, but we don't have the freedom. I call urban Indians, I call reservation Indians to wear the feather, but do not be afraid to fight, and I don't care what it takes to get what the feather represents. We should not be held captive in our own land. We should not be struggling in our own land while the world benefits. Somebody has to speak. So we serve notice that it ain't about the clothes. We serve notice we don't want your money. We serve notice that all we want is that we can be a nation free from political corruption, free from death, free from being exiled in our own land. The feather, the bird. I hear that you're sending up prayers. They said, brother, we're praying today. Pray with me. Send up a prayer. But what are you praying about? Who's going to pray for our land back? Who's going to pray for our nation back? The Bible said that some of their prayers will even be an abomination. See, you're good with the dress. You're good with the slang. You're good with the fry bread. But you're not good with the real culture. I see you on there, natives, you're proud because you fought in the military. Where's our military? Where's our UN support? Huh? I told you in the message dealing with the issues that all they want to give us is a dream. The dream acting. I don't want a dream. I want what the feather represents. I don't want the feather. I want freedom. And we have to, as native people, get back to that and say, we don't care about money. All we want is our nation and all we want is our freedom. And I have been saying that. For God said, I have sent the prophets unto Israel, and they heard them not, and they shed their blood. For God was so angry one time in Israel that the Bible said there was no God in Israel. Heed my warning. They have said, let us cut them off from being a nation and let them be destroyed. For we will make a covenant with one mind. See, the power of one mind is powerful. Little rules do give you power. We must do everything in decency and in order. We must get our minds out of the cloud with this foolishness and deal with the issues. Bring the culture back, the real culture. Hold fast to the Indian 10 Commandments. Remember the teachings of Crazy Horse. These people died for what they believed in. These people weren't dancing. These people were fighting so that Native American men can walk with their head up. So that Native American men could feel like men, could be men in their own land. No doubt the land is sacred. You got everybody from everywhere wanting to be here. It's so bad that if you was from here and you wanted to go somewhere else, you couldn't even do it. But it still ain't the way it should be. So you can wear your feathers. And you can say your prayers. And you can dance until the sun come up. But if you don't get off of that foolishness and deal with the real morals and principles, you have failed another generation. And we cannot afford to keep failing. We cannot afford how many years would a native be on the bottom? I want to tell a story. It's about the coyote and the bird. They said that the coyote made the land. The bird made the sky. The coyote didn't believe in death. The bird did. So they agreed on death until the coyote's son died. These agreements, former agreements we've had with the occupation should not even stand, because they have shown us that they don't follow them. So next time you see a fella, know you're on the right spiritual path, but make sure you remember what it means. I'm the Noble Minister Prince Walker. I call you to Jesus. I call my people back to their first love. I call my people out of witchcraft. And let's get some feathers. Thank you.